Have you ever found yourself drawn to a woman who seems completely unavailable? Maybe she's married, maybe she's committed, and all the signs say she's off limits. But still, there's this invisible pull, this magnetic energy between you that you just can't ignore. What if I told you that within the complexity of that situation lies a powerful truth? The right word said with the right intention can awaken a deep attraction in her, an attraction so strong it transcends circumstance logic and even social boundaries. This isn't some cheap trick or manipulative game. It's a subtle, psychological dance rooted in understanding human desire. At its core, most men never realize the immense power language holds not just any language, but carefully crafted phrases that speak directly to a woman's emotional world, even when she's bound by commitments that seem to close every door. These words bypass the noise, the guilt, the confusion, and tap into something primal and profoundly human, her need to be truly seen, understood, and valued. Think about it. Every relationship, every connection starts with communication. But when a woman is married, the stakes feel impossibly high. There's fear, doubt, and the weight of responsibility. Yet beneath that exterior, her heart and mind are still searching for connection, for joy, for validation, and that's where you come in. Not as a threat or a challenge to her life, but as someone who offers a safe, authentic space where her true feelings can breathe, even if only for a moment. So what are these words? What is it that you can say to open that door, quietly, respectfully, without pushing or rushing, that makes her stop, listen, and feel a connection she might have been denying herself? How do you express desire and interest in a way that honors her complexity, respects her choices, and invites real intimacy without crossing boundaries or causing harm? If you've ever wondered about these questions, if you want to understand the true psychology behind attraction, when everything seems impossible, this video is for you. I'm going to reveal the exact phrases that can create an emotional pull so strong it lingers in her mind long after the conversation ends. Words that speak to her soul even when her lips say no. Get ready to uncover the delicate, powerful language of desire, the kind of communication that doesn't just attract but deeply connects. Because understanding this changes everything. It transforms not only how she sees you, but how you understand yourself in relationships. And desire, stay with me, because what you're about to learn could change everything. You thought you knew about attraction and connection, especially when the situation feels impossible. Now, before we dive into the specific words that will draw her to you, even if she's married, it's important to fully grasp the deeper psychology behind attraction and desire, especially in situations that seem complicated or off limits, because attraction is never simple. It's rarely just about physical looks or superficial charm. True attraction is rooted in emotional connection, trust, and an unspoken sense of understanding that goes far beyond words. When a woman is married, her emotional world is often a complex, delicate balance on the surface. She plays the role of a devoted wife, fulfilling duties and responsibilities that society, culture, and sometimes even herself expect of her. But beneath this exterior, there's a part of her that is uniquely hers. Her desires, her vulnerabilities, her dreams, and yes, even her doubts and unspoken longings. These aspects are often hidden, locked away behind years of commitments and routine. Many men see a married woman as simply unavailable, as a closed door that shouldn't be approached. But what if the real story is much more nuanced? What if beneath that unavailable label, there's a longing for something more authentic, something alive that her current circumstances don't fully satisfy? This doesn't mean encouraging betrayal or disrespect. It means understanding that every human being, no matter their situation, craves genuine connection and emotional intimacy. Most people get this wrong. They try to force attraction with pressure, grand gestures, or overt advances. But that's exactly the opposite of what works. when you're dealing with someone whose heart and mind are already committed elsewhere. The key isn't to push or pull, it's to invite, to gently open a door rather than break one down. This requires patience, empathy, and above all, the ability to communicate in a way that feels safe, respectful, and sincere. Words become your greatest tool. The right phrase at the right time can plant a seed of curiosity and emotional resonance that grows quietly but powerfully over time. It's not about manipulation. It's about speaking to her inner self, the part of her that still dreams, that still craves to be seen and appreciated as a woman beyond all her roles and obligations. What's truly magnetic is when you embody confidence that is calm, grounded, and respectful, when you listen deeply and respond. With genuine interest, you stand out from every other man who approaches her with desperation or aggression. This kind of presence alone can awaken feelings she might have been suppressing simply because you represent something different. A possibility of understanding without judgment, of connection without chaos. So what are these magical words? How do you craft a message that speaks to her heart, honors her situation, and yet stirs something undeniable inside her? The truth is, it's a delicate art, but one that can be learned and mastered. In the next section, I will reveal 10 specific phrases that have the power to create this emotional pull. Each phrase is rooted in deep psychological principles that respect her boundaries, but also open pathways to authentic emotional connection. I'll explain why each phrase works, how to say it with the right energy, and how to use it with integrity, so you never cross a line. You don't want to cross if you're ready to elevate your understanding of desire and attraction beyond the surface, and to become a man who can connect with women on a truly profound level. Even in the most challenging circumstances, then this video will be a game changer for you. Remember, this isn't about shortcuts or tricks. It's about genuine connection, respect, and communication that speaks to the very core of human desire. 1. I see you not just your roles for many married women. Identity becomes entangled with the roles they perform daily: wife, mother, employee, caretaker. These roles, while important, can sometimes feel like masks that hide the real person underneath. When you say, I see you, not just your roles, you are telling her that you recognize her as a full human being with her own thoughts, emotions, fears, and dreams. Beyond the label she carries, this phrase taps into a deep emotional need, the desire to be seen and accepted for who you truly are, not just for what you do or the responsibilities you shoulder. It communicates empathy and genuine interest in her inner world, which is a rare gift, especially for someone who feels trapped in routine. Why it works. Psychologically, humans crave recognition when someone truly sees us. It triggers a release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone creating feelings of trust and closeness for a married woman who may feel overlooked. This phrase can be an emotional lifeline, subtly inviting her to lower her guard and share more of her authentic self. How to use it? Use it during natural conversations when she talks about her daily life or expresses frustrations. You might say, I know you have so many roles in your life, but honestly, I see you not just the surface stuff, but who you really are beneath it all. Follow with a gentle question like, what part of yourself do you feel you don't get to show often? 2. Your happiness matters to me behind the busy schedules and family demands. A married woman's personal happiness is often the first casualty, saying, your happiness matters to me. Goes beyond flattery. It's an acknowledgement that her well-being is important in its own right, not just as a byproduct of her fulfilling her roles. This phrase communicates care without expectation. It doesn't demand she put her happiness ahead of her commitments, but reassures her that you value her as a whole person whose joy matters deeply. It taps into the human longing for emotional validation and support. Why it works psychologically, feeling valued and cared for releases dopamine and serotonin, neurotransmitters linked to pleasure and well-being. It also lowers stress hormones, creating a sense of safety and warmth. This simple phrase can soften defenses and open emotional channels. How to use it: say this in moments of vulnerability or stress. For example, if she shares a hard day, respond with, "I'm sorry you had to go through that. Just know your happiness matters to me more than anything else." It's about being a supportive presence, not a problem solver. 3. I respect your life and your choices. Respect is the cornerstone of trust and attraction, especially when navigating the complexities of a married woman's life. I respect your life and your choices signals that you are mature, grounded, and not interested in causing chaos. It removes pressure and builds a foundation for honest, open communication. This phrase sends a clear message. You honor her autonomy and the decisions she's made regardless of your feelings. It also sets you apart from others who may be more aggressive or careless. Why it works psychologically. Respect creates psychological safety, which is essential for vulnerability and emotional intimacy. When a person feels safe, they are more likely to open up, deepen connection, and consider possibilities. They might otherwise reject how to use it. Use it early in conversations where boundaries might be tested. For example, I want you to know I respect everything about your life and your choices. I'm not here to pressure you, only to be honest and genuine. This builds trust and eases tension. 4. You deserve someone who listens to your true feelings. Listening is one of the most underrated acts of love and attraction. This phrase emphasizes your willingness and desire to be the kind of man who truly hears her. Not just the words she says, but the emotions beneath them. Many married women feel emotionally isolated, as their feelings can be dismissed or overlooked at home. By telling her she deserves someone who listens, you validate her emotional experience and invite her to share more deeply with you. Why it works psychologically deep. Listening releases tension and fosters emotional bonding. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting calmness and trust. Feeling heard is crucial for attachment and connection. How to use it? Use it when she shares feelings, even if they're indirect or subtle. Say, you deserve someone who really listens to how you feel, not just what you say. I want to be that person for you. Then, practice. Active, listening, reflect, ask open questions, and hold space. 5. I admire the strength you carry every day. Behind the polished surface of many married women lies incredible resilience and strength. Acknowledging this can feel deeply affirming. I admire the strength you carry every day is not just a compliment. It's recognition of her invisible battles and daily courage. This phrase touches on her pride and identity in a respectful way, showing that you appreciate the depth of her character and the effort she puts into her life. Why it works psychologically. Acknowledgement of strength increases self-esteem and dopamine release. It makes her feel appreciated and respected, which enhances attraction. How to use it? Say it after she talks about challenges or sacrifices, for example. Hearing how you manage all of this. I really admire the strength you carry every day. Not everyone could handle what you do. Be genuine. This must come from observation and respect. 6. There's a beautiful light in you that deserves to shine freely. This poetic phrase gently reminds her that her true essence, her passions, dreams, and joy deserve space to grow. It's an invitation to reconnect with parts of herself that may have been dimmed or hidden due to her circumstances. It evokes emotion and inspires hope without demanding anything, making it powerful and non-threatening. Why it works psychologically. This phrase activates the reward centers in the brain by evoking imagery of light and freedom. It touches on a deep yearning for self-expression and fulfillment. How to use it? Use it in a calm, reflective moment. Perhaps after a conversation about her dreams or frustrations. For example, I sense there's a beautiful light inside you that deserves to shine freely, no matter what's happening around you. 7. I want to know the real you, the you behind everything. This phrase expresses genuine curiosity and desire to connect beyond surface-level interactions. It signals that you want intimacy and depth, which is rare and precious for someone who may have grown accustomed to superficial conversations. It encourages her to lower defenses and share parts of herself that she may have hidden. Why it works, psychologically. Curiosity about someone's true self creates intimacy and emotional bonding. It lowers barriers and fosters vulnerability. How to use it. Say this when conversations deepen or when she shows signs of opening up. I want to know the real you, the you behind everything that you let the world see. I'm interested in all the layers. 8. You can be yourself around me. Freedom is one of the most attractive gifts you can offer. Many married women wear emotional masks to navigate daily life. Saying, "You can be yourself around me," offers emotional safety, reducing the need to perform or hide it, signals unconditional acceptance. Why it works. Psychologically, safety and acceptance reduce stress hormones and activate attachment systems, making it easier to build deep connection. How to use it. Offer this reassurance when she seems hesitant or guarded with me. You don't have to pretend or hold back. You can be yourself. 9. I'm here for you. No matter what, unconditional support is incredibly attractive because it means she doesn't have to constantly assess or question your intentions. This phrase promises reliability and emotional availability. It plants a seed of trust that can grow into deeper emotional connection. Why it works psychologically. Consistency and predictability. Activate the brain's attachment system, creating feelings of safety and bonding. How to use it, say it during moments of vulnerability or confusion. Whatever happens, I want you to know I'm here for you, no matter what. 10. Our connection is real and I honor it. This phrase acknowledges the unique bond you share without forcing labels or expectations. It respects the complexity of the situation and honors emotional authenticity. It validates feelings without pressure, which is vital for a married woman who may feel conflicted. Why it works. Psychologically. Validation increases dopamine and oxytocin, reinforcing emotional bonds. It honors complexity, which reduces inner conflict. How to use it. Use this when the emotional connection feels strong but ambiguous. What we have is real, and I honor that no matter where it leads. Final notes on delivery. Remember, these phrases are powerful because they come from a place of sincerity, respect, and emotional intelligence. Use them with mindfulness. Observe her responses carefully and always honor her boundaries by mastering the art of meaningful, respectful communication. You become the kind of man who attracts not by force, but by genuine connection, an irresistible force in itself. Now, as we come to the close of this deep dive into the psychology behind these 10 powerful phrases, take a moment to reflect on what we've explored. These words aren't just lines to repeat mechanically, they're invitations to connection, respect, and emotional safety. They're the language of genuine understanding, the subtle keys that unlock doors many think are closed forever if you're truly committed to being a man who stands apart, who understands that attraction isn't about manipulation or quick tricks, but about honoring a woman's complexity and humanity. Then, these phrases are your foundation. Use them wisely, authentically, and patiently. Understand that attraction rooted in respect and emotional intelligence creates bonds that last far beyond fleeting moments of desire. Remember, the true power of these phrases lies not just in saying them, but in living them, showing through your actions and your presence that you mean what you say. A woman married or not senses authenticity more keenly than any scripted line. When your words align with your behavior, you become magnetic. If you found value in this insight, I encourage you to take it further. Practice these phrases not as a checklist, but as a way of genuinely improving how you connect with women. And more importantly, how you connect with yourself. Because attraction starts from within a confident, respectful man who understands the deep psychology of desire is unstoppable. If you want more videos breaking down emotional intelligence, psychology, and stoic wisdom in relationships, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. I'm here to guide you on becoming the best version of yourself, mastering the art of connection with integrity and depth. Lastly, share your thoughts below. Have you ever experienced moments where just the right words changed the entire dynamic with someone special? Or do you have questions about applying these phrases in real life? Drop a comment I read and respond to as many as I can. Thank you for watching, and remember, true attraction isn't about chasing, it's about becoming. Become the man who naturally draws others in by embodying respect, understanding, and genuine connection. Until next time, stay grounded, stay strong.